dinner time on the first Monday back after a very long, beautiful holiday. And I feel like it's the first day of school. Like I feel very exhausted. I missed Brian all day. He was here just in his office. He came in for lunch and a couple times, but we have been doing life together all day, every day. Since when? The 23rd of December? So it just feels hard. I let everybody kind of sleep in a little bit this morning. So we got kind of a late start back, but Evan did wonderful with his speech therapist. She is so great with him. Every time he would do a sound, she would load a bullet in his new Nerf gun thing, and when it was fully loaded after they had worked that hard, they would go and shoot things. So he thinks they're playing, but he did so good. We are definitely easing into homeschool with him, so we did a vocabulary exercise. We read some, we went over our letters, we did our phonics, and we counted some stuff, and he did really good. He was just anxious to move on to the next playing thing. So it's going to take time to kind of build up. I usually work with him 3 times during the day. So he does better when we do little spurts of sit down concentrated work rather than an entire, long session. So overall, it was really good. I've been in this kitchen a good portion of the day. Over on our other social media channels, we shared that we are doing a low budget January in terms of food, our food budget. So we're going to do like a pantry challenge, eat down what we have in the pantries and freezers. So I've been trying to get a little bit creative. We did go to the grocery store. We went to Aldi. We got mainly perishables. There was a couple things. I got 1 pack of chicken, a couple boxes of Kleenexes. There were a few things that we were just totally out of, and juice, because I didn't go into this month preparing for this or thinking about this. This was kind of a last minute decision when we were kind of going over the budget for the month and trying to recoup from Christmas costs and stuff like that. So I do have I placed this order in December, so it was on our December budget, a Thrive Market haul. So I'll share that with you. It's been in these green boxes here. I've been kind of stepping over it for a couple days. It is primarily household items, I think, if I remember correctly. I did get a lot of canned tomatoes, so leading into this month, that is great. We were totally out of pasta sauce and any type of canned tomato. Okay, so today we are cooking out of this Magnolia table. This is volume 3. This is the only one that I have. So prior to the fire, I want to say volume 1. I think I had volume 1. So they're all wonderful. These are great cookbooks to have. Very pretty pictures. Everything that we have made in here has been wonderful. So tonight we're having the spinach enchiladas. She does not add any chicken or anything to these. So I did add, what'd you say, a half a breast of chopped up chicken? Just a little bit of chicken to kind of thicken it up. So Brian is cooking, or he's deboning the chicken for me. So one thing I did at the beginning of the week, which is today, to kind of prepare for the week, was I got one of our meat chickens out of the freezer and set it out on the counter for a couple hours and then baked it in the oven. He's getting the meat off of it for me. I will use that throughout the week. And then tomorrow, I'm too tired tonight, I'm going to put the bones and everything in the fridge tonight. And tomorrow we will make bone broth in the Instapot and let it cook all day. And then I bought an electric canner last year that I've used a handful of times. And what's so funny is every time we get it out, what happens, honey?
You forget how to use it.
We forget the directions. We need to write down those things on like a recipe card, so it's just easy to access. There's just one part where you have to push a button after you hear a beep or something that we generally get confused by. It's very, very easy to use. I forgot I was doing some oil over here. It may be a little too hot now. So in her recipe, she says for you to fry your flour tortillas prior to wrapping them, which probably is one extra step, and I was debating, but it probably does help the enchiladas to not feel soggy. So we are going to take her word for it. Use some tongs and turn this over. Esme finished her school and went on a run. The weather's been kind of nice. Woo!
Hot?
Yeah, y'all see that bubbling up? Okay. I'm not prepared for this. Okay, dinner was really good. We have about half left for lunch tomorrow. And then in December, I placed a Thrive Market order, and it came a while ago. I just never had unboxed it. It was nothing perishable. So this was placed before our decision to make January a use it up month. Okay, so I got some household items. We love this Rosie brand. I bought some over the holidays that had like a holiday scent, and I'm going to be using those for the rest of the winter. So I got some toilet bowl cleaner, dish soap, and one all-purpose cleaner. And then for toiletries, this is the soap that I use for Evan and my grandkids. It smells really nice. This is coconut strawberry. One of these lasts us probably, I don't know, almost 2 months. And then this is the bar of soap that I have been using. I tried a few other different fragrances, and this is the one I like, this lavender. So I got 2 of those. And then we've tried this Tom's toothpaste and we like it, but I haven't ever tried this Dr. Bronner's peppermint, so I got one of those. And then all of the canned goods are tomatoes outside of some coconut milk. So I got 6 tomato sauce, 6 diced tomatoes, 6 fire roasted tomatoes, 4 tomato pastes, and then Brian has been making pizza sauce with these crushed tomatoes. So we got 3, and I buy them here because they are cheaper than at Azure Standard and they are organic. I use these not too often, every once in a while. My daughter Elizabeth likes these too. So these are just the electrolyte little packs that you add to water. There's 20 in here. And this is the only place I've been able to find organic pepperoncini peppers. So I just I didn't have any left in the pantry or the fridge, so we used this for sandwiches and roasts. So I got one of those. 2 more coconut milks. I have a few in the pantry, but we don't ever want to run out of that. And I was totally out of pasta, so I wanted to try this sourdough penne pasta. So we got 2 of those, and then 2 of the organic. This is like a rotini, 2 spaghetti, and 2 linguine, and here is 1 more toothpaste. Okay, so this is all that I accomplished in terms of Christmas decorations coming down. I hear Esme giggling in the background. So I just kind of piled it on the dining table. It kind of looks like Christmas threw up in here. But what you can't see the progress of is I have the garland above here. And at one point today, all of this was cleared off, and then cooking happened. But I had Christmas decorations here and the garland, so it felt a lot cleaner. And then I made, I saw this on a reel. So this is vinegar and some, just the leftover like evergreen from a flower arrangement I had, and I added some vanilla. So the thought is that those would be all natural cleaners. So I'm going to let that sit and we will see. And then I will pour it into a spray bottle. But as you can see, I still have the tree up and the snow village. I got everything off the mantle, took the cushions off of the Christmas cushions off the pillows. But I thought I would leave this up because I don't decorate much for Valentine's Day, but I just usually like to do the table, the dining table. But I saw some things on Pinterest for just a cute little Valentine mantle, so I'm going to leave that up until I figure out what I'm doing there. But I'm thinking some eucalyptus with some roses. I think that would be really cute, so we'll see. But this is the flower arrangement that I took that evergreen from. These carnations I bought the week before Christmas, and they still look so good, but I'm going to go ahead and toss those out tomorrow. And then I saved an article on what to do with the bulb here, and so we can keep it for next year. So that's kind of another little project, but the kitchen should be, outside of all my planning mess here, pretty good. I wanted to show y'all one of my favorite Christmas gifts. I asked for a new crock pot. I asked for this one specifically because my other one, the digital little panel, had completely gone out, and so sometimes it wouldn't turn on and you never knew if it was hot or cold, and it just wasn't working anymore. Is the Drew Barrymore line from Walmart, Coleman. And it's black, and it has really pretty flowers and the gold handle, and I love it so much. We used it to make hot chocolate on New Year's Eve. I'd never made homemade hot chocolate, and it was so easy. It was just like heavy cream, milk, hot cocoa, not hot cocoa, cocoa powder, thank me. Oh my God, Lord help me. Y'all, it is bedtime. It's definitely a Monday. I can't even talk yet. So I love that so much. And then we have been making, this is kombucha. I had actually made kombucha when we lived in this house prior to the fire, but it was so strong that I kind of forced myself to drink it, but it actually wasn't that good. Like I over fermented it. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't really enjoy it. But so I rebought the kit off of Azure a while ago, and I have kind of perfected the way that I like it. So I'm excited about that. I just brew, now that I have my SCOBY really big, I just brew black tea with some cane sugar and let that ferment on the counter, and then put it in the fridge when I want to pause it. Coleman. And I made this today. I buy our juice. I add a little bit of juice to kind of flavor it. And of course he's moving this. Aldi has really nice 100% organic juices in like little glass jars. They're 32 ounces. And so we use that to make our kombucha. And then we made some soda. So the soda we make from our leftover whey, the whey that comes off of our yogurt when we make Evan's homemade yogurt. So today I feel like I did all sorts of things. I made Christine's notebooks, granola bars, and soda, kombucha, dinner. It felt like a lot. So it was a good first day back. I'm exceptionally exhausted. I'm not sure why. I get my 2 grandsons every Tuesday morning, or 2 of my grandsons every Tuesday morning, and they're here by like 7 a.m. So I'm gonna put my jammies on and go watch Little House on the Prairie and get to sleep. But thanks for hanging out with me. We will see you soon. Bye.